Close your eyes for a moment and imagine holding a coin so ordinary, so dirty, so worn, that most people would toss it aside without a second thought. Now imagine that same coin having the power to rewrite your entire life. A coin that could turn poverty into wealth. A coin that could change destiny overnight. This is not a fantasy. This is the true story of the 1917 Standing Liberty Quarter of the United States of America. A small silver coin. Just 25 cents in face value. But behind it, a history so shocking, so misunderstood, that even experienced collectors sometimes fail to recognize its real power. The Standing Liberty Quarter was born in a time of tension. America stood on the edge of World War I. The nation wanted strength, confidence, freedom. And so the U.S. Mint created one of the boldest coin designs in American history. On the front, Lady Liberty stands tall. Not sitting. Not hiding. Standing. Holding a shield. Holding an olive branch. A message to the world. We are peaceful. But we are ready. On the reverse, an eagle in flight. Wings spread wide. Soaring forward. Not trapped. Not chained. Freedom, captured in silver. The coin was struck in 1917 at the Philadelphia Mint. With no mint mark at all. And here's where the story turns dangerous. That first version of the 1917 Standing Liberty Quarter caused outrage. The design was considered too bold, too real, too powerful for its time. Public pressure forced the Mint to change the design within the same year. That means two different 1917 quarters exist. Born in the same year, but worlds apart in value. Most people never notice the difference. They see dirt, wear, scratches. They see a worthless old coin. And that single mistake has already cost people fortunes. Because certain 1917 Standing Liberty Quarters, even heavily circulated ones, have sold for life-changing money when the right details were present. This is not about shine. This is not about beauty. This is about history locked inside metal. The coin is made of 90% pure silver. Real silver. Heavy. Honest. Every worn edge tells a story. Every faded detail whispers where it has been. Some passed through soldiers' hands. Some crossed oceans in wartime pockets. Some survived economic collapse. And some are still hiding today. In old drawers. In forgotten boxes. In family collections where no one ever looked twice. Here's the truth most people don't want you to know. The rarest and most valuable coins are not always perfect. They are often dirty, worn, overlooked. Because perfection was spent. But history was saved. Collectors don't chase face value. They chase story, scarcity, and mistakes of time. Certain 1917 Standing Liberty Quarters, with rare design features and original surfaces, have reached extraordinary prices in today's market. And yes, some examples have crossed into million-dollar territory. When rarity, preservation, and demand aligned perfectly. Not because they are magical, but because they cannot be replaced. Once they're gone forever. That is why selling one cheaply, without knowledge, is not just a mistake. It is a tragedy. People have unknowingly spent these coins, traded them for nothing, lost them to ignorance, and only later realized they had let go of something powerful enough to change generations. This coin does not promise wealth, but it carries possibility. Possibility only rewards those who stop, look, and respect history. If you ever find a 1917 Standing Liberty Quarter, especially one with heavy wear, do not rush. Do not clean it. Do not sell it in panic. Because cleaning destroys value. And rushing destroys opportunity. This is a coin that demands patience, research, expert eyes. The market today does not reward impulse. It rewards knowledge. And that is why this coin remains one of the most dangerous coins to underestimate. A quarter that looks worthless, but carries the weight of a nation's past. A coin that whispers a warning. Know what you hold before you let it go. Because history does not knock twice. And sometimes, fortune is already in your hand, just waiting for you to recognize it. Hold it in your hand. A small coin. Cold. Heavy. Worn down by time. At first glance, it looks like nothing. Dirty edges. Soft details. A surface rubbed smooth by decades of human touch. Most people would spend it without thinking. 25 cents. One soda. One mistake. Because this is the 1918 standing Liberty Quarter of the United States of America. A coin born in chaos. Forged in uncertainty. Released when the world was breaking apart. The year was 1918. War echoed across continents. America was no longer watching history. America was inside it. And the nation needed symbols. Strong ones. Fearless ones. So the U.S. Mint struck a quarter that did not whisper. It spoke boldly. Lady Liberty stands tall on the front. Not resting. Not kneeling. Standing guard. Shield forward. Eyes ahead. She is not decoration. She is a warning. On the reverse, an eagle in flight. Not perched. Not trapped. Moving forward through open air. Freedom was not just a word then. It was survival. This 1918 quarter was struck in Philadelphia. With no mint mark at all. And that small absence changed everything. Millions were struck. Millions were spent. Millions were lost to time. But not all 1918 quarters are the same. Some carry subtle differences. Some carry scars of history. Some carry rarity hidden beneath wear. This coin is made of 90% silver. Real silver. Not plated. Not fake. Silver that passed through wartime hands. Silver that crossed cities, farms, factories, and battle-era streets. Every worn detail is proof it lived. Collectors understand something most people never will. Wear does not always destroy value. Sometimes it proves authenticity. A heavily circulated standing Liberty quarter tells a story no mint-fresh coin can tell. It survived. And survival matters. Here's where the story turns dangerous. Many of the most valuable coins in history were once called worthless. They were dirty. Ignored. Spent. Until one day, someone looked closer. Certain 1918 standing Liberty quarters, even in worn condition, have shocked the modern coin world when rare traits aligned. The right strike. The right surfaces. The right originality. Suddenly, a coin once used for bread becomes a piece of American legacy. Prices today do not reflect metal alone. They reflect scarcity, desire, and lost opportunity. That is why rare examples have reached values that sound unreal to the average person. Because history cannot be reminted. Once these coins disappear into private collections, they never return. That is how value explodes. People dream of overnight fortune. Most look in the wrong places. Sometimes it was already in a drawer, already in a pocket, already passed down without anyone knowing. And here is the most important truth. Cleaning this coin can destroy its future. Selling it in panic can erase its potential. This is not a coin to rush. It is a coin to respect. Because the market rewards patience and punishes ignorance. The standing Liberty quarter is not loud. It does not shine like gold. It waits. Waiting for the person who understands. That power does not always look powerful. That fortune does not always arrive wrapped in perfection. Sometimes it arrives worn, silent, and underestimated. The 1918 standing Liberty quarter is not a promise. It is a possibility. A reminder that history still hides in plain sight. And that one small coin can hold the weight of a nation's past and the potential to change a future. So if you ever see one, stop. Look again. Because the greatest mistake is not losing money. The greatest mistake is letting history slip through your fingers without knowing what it was worth. It looks old. It looks tired. It looks forgotten. A small silver coin, darkened by time. Edges worn smooth by generations of hands. Most people would never stop for it. Most people would never question it. And that is exactly why this coin is dangerous. This is the 1892 Barber quarter of the United States of America. The very first year of its kind. The beginning of a legend. A coin born at the edge of a new century. A coin that witnessed America changing forever. The year was 1892. No internet. No credit cards. No safety nets. Money was survival. Silver was trust. This quarter was struck in Philadelphia. With no mint mark at all. That small detail matters more than most people realize. Because this was the start. The first impression. The foundation. On the front, Liberty wears a crown. Not soft. Not decorative. Strong. Classical. Unapologetic. Designed to show stability. Designed to show authority. On the reverse, a heraldic eagle. Wings spread wide. Shield on its chest. This eagle does not fly away. It stands its ground. A symbol of a nation protecting itself. This coin is made of 90% pure silver. Heavy. Honest. Real. Silver that passed through saloons. Factories. Railroads. Bank counters. Silver that felt panic. Prosperity. Collapse. Every scratch on this coin is history written by touch. Here is the truth most people never hear. The Barber quarter was not loved when it was released. People said it was boring. Too serious. Too plain. And so it was spent heavily. Millions were worn down. Millions were damaged. Millions disappeared. That is why condition is not the whole story. Sometimes, the most valuable coins are the ones that survived use, not protection. A dirty Barber quarter is proof of life. Proof it circulated when America was still finding its identity. Collectors today do not just buy silver. They buy first years. They buy original history. And 1892 is where it all began. Certain Barber quarters from this year have stunned the modern market when rarity and originality aligned. Because you cannot recreate a beginning. Once the first year is gone, it is gone forever. That is why values climb. That is why demand never sleeps. People dream of overnight wealth. They search online. They chase noise. But history whispers. And sometimes, it whispers from a coin that looks worthless. Many people have sold Barber quarters cheaply. They saw wear. They saw dirt. They never saw potential. And that mistake erased opportunities that could never return. Here is the most dangerous mistake of all. Cleaning this coin can destroy its future. Polishing it can erase its soul. The market rewards originality, not shine. This is not a coin to rush. It is a coin to pause over. Because once it leaves your hand, you may never touch history like this again. The 1892 Barber quarter does not promise riches. It offers possibility. Possibility only rewards those who respect time. This coin survived a century of change. Empires rising. Empires falling. It survived because someone didn't discard it. And that is the lesson it carries. Sometimes fortune does not arrive loud. It arrives quiet, heavy, worn, waiting for the person who understands that value is not always visible. So if you ever find one, stop. Do not spend it in ignorance. Do not sell it in fear. Because history is patient. And sometimes it waits inside a small silver coin for the right hands to finally understand what they are holding.